Hi, Izabela Kozakiewicz. We welcome you in Gdańsk.
Gdańsk, right?
Gdańsk,
Gdańsk,
right.
I got it. I love it. Thank you.
Infoshare. QuHarrison Terry. Hi.
Hi. Thank you.
Q, you tomorrow you are handling a very interesting speech.
Yes.
Who is building the metaverse?
That's what I plan to talk about. And
Tell us a little bit more. Who is building the metaverse?
so the metaverse, the way I look at it, is the evolution of the internet. And when we think about the internet, it was the builders that brought forth all of these unique experiences that ultimately defined what we know as our internet experience. And there's different waves. In the early days, the people that were building search engines like Yahoo, Google, if you remember, I'm trying to think, Alta Vista or Ask Jeeves, there were some of these web searches where you could go online and you could find anything you wanted. And then in the next era, we got into like the social media phase, and there were all different types of sites, from MySpace to Facebook to Twitter. And behind every single one of those digital destinations is a unique individual that's thinking about the world differently. And quite frankly, if you pay attention to those people today, you'll actually be able to get a glimpse of what tomorrow could potentially look like. And that's historically been true as it relates to any new technology. Had we looked at crypto 10 years ago, we would have seen a person named Vitalik working on a project known as Colored Coins, which was one of the precursors to Ethereum, right? It wasn't that Vitalik just stumbled and said, oh, I have this magical idea for Ethereum. It actually was a process of iterative designs and ideas and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And that ultimately leads you to the idea that we've all experiencing today in cryptocurrency known as Ethereum. So for me in the metaverse tomorrow, one of the major points is looking at, what are the companies doing? What can you do today? And who are some names you should know today that we might see tomorrow as tech titans?
And what, from your perspective, as you observe on what is going on with metaverse, what are the biggest challenges in the development?
The first challenge that we all are experiencing, doesn't matter where you sit, is how do you exactly define the metaverse? That's the question that everyone is still struggling with, whether you're Apple, Meta, or the next big corporation. You have to figure out what exactly is the metaverse. And right now we're in the period of adding definition to that, right? Some of the immersive realities that we're envisioning with holograms and augmented reality objects, we're going to get there, but we're not there today. And so there's some goals for companies to put the infrastructure in place. If you don't have really good connectivity, the internet's not going to evolve much, right? Because it's already hard enough for you to do the current internet experiences. It's going to be even harder for you to do the metaverse experiences. The next biggest challenge that we're seeing in the metaverse as it stands today is how do you quickly educate the users so that they know what to do and how to get there.
And how to use it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a challenge for every single company or individual that's creating. And so we're looking for those moments where, if you remember, websites, like we're shopping at websites, when they started to get the one-click buy, where you click the button once and then it just comes. We haven't gotten there with the metaverse. It's still very clunky. And in the next, I think, 5 to 6 years, we'll see some paths where the user experience is a lot more fluid.
So from the education perspective, what do you think, when are we going to be ready to use metaverse in the mainstream?
So I think we'll actually be able to see some really solid use cases of the metaverse in the mainstream within the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
And largely I believe that because the infrastructure is there. It's just developers haven't had enough time to think of, what is the first app where it goes from being a headset that we have in our bag or on our coffee table or next to our computer to something that we actively want to pick up. It's like if you have a phone, right? Like people are addicted to this thing. They can't stop looking at it. We're going to get there with the headsets. We're just not there yet.
So it's about wearables.
Wearables is actually a great point because I think wearables help define the spatial computing.
Yeah.
element. So if I have a wearable device that's
So
tracking...
if you could have glasses like that.
Yeah, glasses, watches, earrings, like they're going to get connected earrings.
Yeah.
All of these devices help inform the spatial internet as we know it. And that is a part of your cohesive metaverse experience. And that, I think, is a little bit further. I think that's probably 6 to 10 years out.
6 to 10 years.
Yeah.
6 to 10 years we are going to sit and discuss in the Metaverse about what is going on in the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you, QuHarrison Terry, author of the Metaverse Handbook.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And wait, one more thing.
Gdańsk.
I like it. You already beat me.
Thanks.
Thank you.